Shadows never lie. In a land where the sun kissed the earth every morning, shadows were more than just reflections. They were part of your soul. But in the village of Stenkisa, a lie could make your shadow disappear forever. This was the unspoken rule, passed down through generations, keeping the village pure and honest. Stenkisa was full of life. Children playing in dusty streets, women balancing baskets of fruit on their heads, and elders sharing stories under the great avocado tree. It was here that young Barasa lived. Barasa was a playful 12-year-old boy, full of energy and curiosity. He loved telling stories, but often his stories stretched far from the truth. One sunny afternoon, Barasa ran through the village square with his friends, laughing and teasing. He stopped suddenly, waving his arms wide. "I swear I caught the biggest fish yesterday. This big," he said, his arms stretched impossibly far apart. His friends burst out laughing, not because they believed him, but because they knew Barasa loved tall tales. Yet, as he spoke, something strange happened. His shadow on the dusty ground flickered for just a moment before returning to normal. Barasa didn't notice, but someone else did. Sitting under the ancient avocado tree was Mzee Kofi, the village elder. His deep-set eyes watched Barasa closely. As Barasa passed by, Mzee Kofi called out, "Barasa, remember, a lie takes more from you than you think." Barasa stopped and shrugged. "It was a joke, Mzee Kofi," he said with a grin, before running off. That evening, as the sun dipped low and the shadows stretched long, Barasa crept into his family's small kitchen. On the wooden table sat the last piece of ugali, soft and warm. Barasa's stomach growled. Without thinking, he grabbed the piece and gobbled it down. Moments later, his mother entered, looking at the empty plate. "Barasa, who ate the ugali?" she asked sternly. Barasa hesitated. He didn't want to get into trouble. "It wasn't me, Mama. Maybe it was the goat or the cow," he lied, forcing a small laugh. But before his mother could respond, Barasa noticed something terrifying. His shadow, which stretched across the floor in the golden evening light, began to flicker again. Only this time, it started to fade. The edges blurred, thinning until it was barely visible. "My shadow! It's disappearing!" he whispered in horror. Terrified, Barasa ran back to the avocado tree, where Mzee Kofi still sat, humming softly. Tears filled Barasa's eyes. "Mzee, my shadow is fading. What can I do?" Mzee Kofi nodded slowly, as if he had expected this moment. "When you lie, Barasa, your soul's light dims and your shadow fades. But it's not too late. You can make things right." "How?" Barasa asked desperately. The elder reached behind him and pulled out a carved wooden staff. decorated with patterns of the sun and the moon. This will guide you on your journey. But remember, the path to truth is not easy. You must right your wrongs and speak the truth, no matter how hard it is. Barasa gripped the staff tightly and set off on his journey. He crossed rivers, climbed hills, and visited neighboring villages. Along the way, he helped strangers, shared what little food he had, and most importantly, confessed the small lies he had told. Every time he spoke the truth, his shadow grew a little stronger, returning piece by piece. Finally, after days of traveling, Barasa returned home. The sun was beginning to set, casting long shadows across the village. He found his mother in the kitchen, preparing food. He took a deep breath, his heart pounding. "Mama," he began, his voice trembling. I I ate the ugali. It wasn't the goat nor the cow. I lied to you." There was a moment of silence. Then his mother smiled gently, her eyes softening. "It takes courage to tell the truth, my son. I am proud of you." As the sunlight streamed through the window, Barasa looked down. His shadow was back, strong, dark and whole. Relief filled him. "My shadow!" he exclaimed, grinning. From that day on, Barasa changed. He still told stories, but now they were filled with honesty and heart. In the village square, under the watchful eye of Mzee Kofi, Barasa played and laughed with his friends, his shadow dancing boldly beside him. The village of Stenkisa returned to its peaceful ways, with shadows stretching long and proud, and Barasa had learned a lesson he would never forget. Telling the truth wasn't always easy, but it was the only way to keep the light within. And remember, a lie takes more than you think. Do you promise to be more truthful? Put it in the comment section. Like, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell for more East African tales.